Hey guys, another Geek123 here. And well, yes, this should be a Sonic video this week, but don't worry, expect this to be a Road of the Avengers game video, swapping with a Sonic video in the scheduling of the weeks. So next week there will be a Sonic video, I actually promise. Today I'm going to go through everything we know about the Avengers game, and my thoughts of my experience with the Xbox private beta from the 14th to 16th of August, because I want to get this video out a day before the game releases for pre-ordered players, as myself, who get to play the game a little early. I also want to think the beta from the 21st to the 23rd has changed a lot, but if it has, my bad, so just remember this is my thoughts from the beta that started on the 14th and finished on the 16th. My final review of the game also won't be out until I cover all the rest of the Marvel games I want to personally cover in this series, and also that will be a good thing for me to play the game a lot and get a steady final review of my thoughts to finally finish off this series. This is just to have a bit of a lead up into what the game's about and how it became to sort of be a little. Anyway, let's just dive into everything we know about this game. If you somehow don't know what the Avengers game is, it's an action-adventure video game developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Square Enix. It is based on the Marvel superhero team The Avengers, you know, the one with the highest grossing film. The game overall is inspired by the long-running comic mythology and other adaptations in media. The game is being released on Stadia, PC, PS4 and Xbox One tomorrow for people who have pre-ordered the game, and its official release is on September 4th. The game will also eventually be released on PS5 and Xbox Series X when both of them launch, with the PS4 and Xbox One players being able to upgrade to the next gen console for free. Gameplay wise, the game is a third person action adventure game that combines an original cinematic story with single player and co-op gameplay. This means the game can be played offline as a single player experience, or it can be played online with up to 4 people during certain aspects of the game. The game features customization options for abilities and costumes, which can be upgraded using a skill tree. Costumes are inspired by all corners of the Marvel Universe, and they can be earned either through missions or being bought separately as DLC. Players will also be able to receive free updates containing new areas and characters. Character-wise, the game features a large roster of characters from this universe, consisting primarily of the title team characters and other heroes. The initial playable characters include Captain America voiced by Jeff Shaun, Iron Man voiced by Nolan North, Hulk/Bruce Banner voiced by Dre D. Paul and Troy Baker, Thor voiced by Travis Willingham, Black Widow voiced by Laura Bailey, and Miss Marvel voiced by Sandra Saad. Other characters that will be made available after the game's release are Hawkeye and Spider-Man, who will be a PlayStation exclusive. Other rumoured characters to be playable are Ant-Man, Wasp, Vision, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Falcon, Marvel, Mockingbird, Quake, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Kate Bishop, She-Hulk and War Machine. But take them names as a pinch of salt because this is due to leaks from the beta that has just currently happened for me, which again is the 14th to the 16th one. The game supporting characters we know of are Hank Pym, Jarvis, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, and Dum Dum Duggan. Minor or massive villains the heroes will face are MODOK, Abomination and Taskmaster. Other villains that could be appearing according to rumours and leaks are Ultron, Red Hulk, Deathlock and Vindicator. The overall plot and story begins on AD, where 5 of the founder members of the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow and Hulk are celebrating the unveiling of a second headquarters in San Francisco, including the reveal of their own helicarrier. However, terrorists begin to attack the ceremony, with the leader Taskmaster, resulting in the Golden Gate Bridge and most of the city being destroyed. This also released a spread of Trigon mist, which turns regular people into superpowered beings known as Inhumans. The Avengers then disband due to being blamed for the tragedy. 5 years later, the rebuilt city is now under the control of a scientist-based organisation called AIM, led by George Tailron, and heroes including the Avengers are outlaws. However, teenager and Inhuman Kamala Khan uncovers both her new powers and a shocking conspiracy regarding AIM. She then embarks on a quest to reassemble the team and uncover a true culprit behind the A-Day incident. Diving more into the release, the first teaser trailer was released on Marvel Entertainment's YouTube channel in January 2017, which was the first announcement of the game. The game was also going under the working title The Avengers Project. Then a massive 2 years later at E3 2019, Square Enix hosted a press conference that shared more info about the game, including a full-length trailer, release date, and the overall presentation lasted 14 minutes, which had an in-game trailer, a brief description of the game including characters, a talk about multiplayer, a talk about customization, and it had a preview of its actors behind the game. A playable demo was also made available behind the closed doors. The closed beta was made available on the 7th of August and closed on the 9th of August only for PlayStation 4 players. A closed beta event came on to Xbox One and PC between 14th of August and the 16th of August, with an open beta for PlayStation 4 users being available at the same time. That's the beta I'll be giving my thoughts on today. The final open beta event finally took place on the 21st of August to the 23rd of August for all platforms. As known, the game was originally set to be released on all platforms on the 15th of May, but it was pushed back to September to adjust and polish the overall game. The game is also available in 4 editions, which is the Standard Edition, the Exclusive Edition, which is only available on the PlayStation, Deluxe Edition, and Earth's Mightiest Edition. Tie-in media merch-wise, Marvel Comics have published 5 tie-in prequel comics for the game. The collection is overall called Marvel's Avengers Road to A-Day. Each comic also focuses on one of the 5 playable characters available at launch, excluding Miss Marvel. The first one that released was Marvel's Avengers Iron Man #1 on the 11th of December 2019. Titan Books will also publish 2 tie-in books for the game. The first book is titled Marvel's Avengers The Extinction Key, which will be released on the 1st of September. The book is also written by Greg Keyes and is a prequel before A-Day. The book will also introduce Doctor Strange and Brother Voodoo to this universe, as well as specific members of S.H.I.E.L.D. The second book is titled Marvel's Avengers The Art of the Game and will be released on the same date, with containing concept art, storyboards, and artist commentary. Funko have also of course released a set of pop figures based on the playable characters in the game that will be available at launch, in addition to a figure based on Taskmaster. Black Widow received a Chase variant, which is a glow-in-the-dark version of the standard figure. Captain America, Thor, Iron Man and Hulk have also released alternative designs exclusive to certain retailers, with the first 2 being other glow-in-the-dark variants. Now onto my review on the beta, or thoughts as I would like to call it. Again, do not think these are my final thoughts, they are just my thoughts on what I have seen so far from the beta. This has been very helpful to do with Crystal Dynamics, structuring the beta in a way to give players a small slice of its game's variation activities, which can be giving us an idea of what is in store. Basically, I'm going to spread this into 3 categories: the good, the bad, and then the ugly. Right now, just before going into this, I enjoyed this beta first off, which will now make me jump into the goods. What I especially liked here was the moment-to-moment gameplay, where all the Avengers are distinct, but very similar enough to be able to switch between fairly easily, and they all capture the essence of what really makes some characters unique. Yeah, the combat can be a little button mashy, but you can still easily also use more technical ways to explore the combat systems, and this will expand even more thanks to the full progression trees in the launch game. I also very much like the small sample of the story we got, especially the way they use Khan, where she is the protagonist. She also is very much the ultimate superfan like the comics. Just from being a normal human admiring these heroes to becoming an inhuman, fighting among her idols as the story unfolds in front of her, which is a very excellent idea to me. Oh, and she's also one of my favourite characters players as well in this game. I also think the game looks good in terms of visuals, making these characters and environments come to life. Hey, it's not Spider-Man PS4 great, but it's still good. Moving on to the bads, the itemization is kinda weak for me at the minute. The items just don't do really a lot to me at the minute, and this even includes legendary rarity items. At least what I got through playing the missions. Hey, you never know, it could improve, and the tea that isn't available yet, named Exotic, could do this a lot better. The overall experience, well, what I would love to say in one word is repetitive. You mostly fight the same enemies in similar areas, and maybe it's just the missions they chose, but I really hope we get a bit of change in this here and there in the final game. Now onto the ugly. The beta opened up very, very bad. From what I heard from people who played on the PlayStation beta before the Xbox One version released, the game was very much crashing with bugs, and not running very well from the servers not handling the amount of players on, well, the server. Which the studio should have expected because, well, it's an Avengers game. The server problems also affected me as well. From what I've seen on Twitter, people couldn't register to create their accounts due to email problems, and well, before the beta opened up on Xbox, it said it was fixed. But well, when I got on, it just wasn't working, and I had to sit there for a good half an hour until I eventually found an alternative way of getting on to finally play the beta. Again, at the end of the day, it's just something that they could have really prepared for more, and I hope it does. And I hope it didn't happen on the last beta as well. Anyway, that is my thoughts on the beta from 14th to 16th of August of the Avengers game and all the info that we know have led up to where we are now. What are your thoughts on the game, guys? Do you like what you see? Do you hate what you see? Are you looking forward to playing a lot more tomorrow if you are pre-ordering, or playing a lot more on the 4th? And finally, what's your thoughts on these leaks and rumours? Personally, I would love to try and play as someone like Marvel in this game, because I did not expect that name to pop up. Because, well, he's popular in the comics, but he's not so popular in other media. And just one more spicy question, which is the most spiciest. What's your thoughts on Spider-Man's PS4 exclusivity, with him coming on PS5 as well in 2021? Personally, I don't like it, but I understand it. And well, the next gen console I'm planning on getting is PS5. So I should be able to play as the character very, very soon. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please like. If you like my content, I've been watching it for a while and have not yet subscribed, please do, it would make my day. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and peace.
I can't fucking compete!
Insomniacs.
Shot is so on right now, and I can't compete, dude. I can't. This is fucking stupid. I just can't fucking compete! This is like watching the Bobcats versus the Heat. It's like watching the United States win the World Cup. It's not gonna happen! Ever!